Blue Moon is brewed with Valencia orange peel and a touch of coriander. It's a creative twist on a Belgian-style wheat ale for a taste that shines brighter. Taste responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
The Don Le Batard Show. I'm Clinton Yates. You might have read my work at The Undefeated. You might have heard me on The Morning Roast with Mina Kimes and Dominique Foxworth, Sundays on ESPN Radio, 9 a.m. to noon. Dominique Foxworth is walking by right now. Or you might have seen me on Around the Horn. However, right now I'm co-hosting this program. We got to talk about yesterday's NBA situation. A lot of shoes in the game. I liked KT3. I like Klay Thompson shoes. I'm going to retweet this article right now showing all the different shoes of the day from SB Nation. Christmas Day is a big day for sneakers in the NBA. A lot of different guys wear a lot of different stuff. Karl Anthony Towns had these hyper dunks with a Grinch on them that were super tight. Ben Simmons had some hyper dunks that were all right. Although these Gatorade 6s that Amir Johnson had on were very, very dope. And Kristaps's Adidas's were pretty tight, although very boring. These look like the kind of shoes that a Latvian dude would wear on Christmas. Jared Jacks were all right. But the reason we're bringing this up is because Draymond Green had the best shoes of the day. Draymond was rocking some joints that had an Arthur meme on them. And if you're familiar with the Arthur meme, you know that this is what LeBron used as his go-to as far as, you know, his anger when he gets on Twitter. Let's hear him talk about this. This is Draymond Green said he was not trying to troll Bron with these kicks.
So my guy, Jaquel, he brought me the shoes and was like, hey, this guy made these for you for Christmas. I'm wearing them all. If you go look at his Instagram, I fell asleep getting a haircut and everything. And I was like, I might wear them. And then I woke up today and I was in a better mood. I was like, yeah, I'm going to wear those. That's why I wore them. So I had no input on it, honestly. I wish I could have took credit for it, though, but I hate lying. You know what's crazy? I didn't even think about that. Maybe that's why the guy made it, trolling Bron. I didn't even think about that, but dang, that was good. That was good. I forgot all about that.
Put it on the poll. Are you buying Draymond Green's I didn't even think about that excuse regarding trolling Bron? I'm not. I'm not buying it at all. And as a matter of fact, I'm borderline unimpressed with that reply. Why would you duck that? You're Draymond Green. These are the Cavaliers. We saw the game. We saw how physical it got. Why would you even bother acting as if that wasn't real? You got to take credit for that, even if you didn't even realize it. What'd I look like? Mashing my feet into Charlie Murphy's couch. You daggone right I was mashing my boots into Charlie Murphy's couch, to quote the late, great Rick James. Why you would avoid this, I don't understand, because these shoes are actually very cool. They're hyper dunks, and like along each little eyelet for the sneakers, you've got a different color. So it looks something along the lines of a decoration on a Christmas tree. And on the swoosh, there is what is an ornament. So at the back of the shoe, what appears is a picture of Arthur in his hat, hands in the air, excited in front of a Christmas tree. So it looks as if Arthur has decorated the tree himself. Very cool. Very dope. Nothing wrong with that. But how you don't grab a hold of that and say, yeah, I was actively trying to make a point about how LeBron, as a grown man, probably shouldn't be going to Twitter or Instagram with memes to air out his grievances. Draymond didn't do enough Draymond for me in this scenario. Maybe this is Dre trying to turn a new leaf. I just told y'all that he and Kevin Durant lead the league in technicals with 8 each. I could go on a whole other tangent about how the Golden State Warriors have way too many problems with officials this season, just as a matter of course. But that's a different discussion. I'm not impressed with Dre here. You got to do more than this. These sneakers are pretty tight, though. Some of these other ones are better, though. Man, I'm really upset about that. I like a good, solid troll that you can back up. The trolls are not as good if you're faking the funk on them. Very upset about this. This means that obviously LeBron has to reply. The problem is that they lost that game, so that doesn't really work as well. I need LeBron to reply to this, but LeBron is almost, I feel like that's early season stuff for LeBron. Like once you really get into Christmas Day and after, you're not going to see these kind of ridiculous memes. We talked yesterday about how the Warriors are out here making mixtapes about each other, which I love. But I feel like we're past the LeBron meme phase, which upsets me. Draymond Green, I wanted more from you. I needed you to gift me with a full-blown diss on my man LeBron. I wanted much more than this. Alas, we didn't get it.
Don't forget, you can hear more of my sons Dan and Stu weekdays starting at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPNU.
Right now, Dominique Foxworth is in studio giving us the Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Best phones, best networks, no contracts. What's up, Fox?
What up?
How are you?
Fantastic.
You still got your makeup on because you were just on first take?
Still caked up.
I am very adamant about taking my makeup off immediately when I leave the room.
I normally am. However, I got a text from my man that said, come on the radio and defend my jacket. So
that would be me. So let's talk about this.
The makeup can wait.
I discussed the situation. I turned on my television. You said I'm upstairs doing first take. I was like, word. So I turned on the TV.
And I look fresh to death.
And then I saw Will Kane, who looked similarly fresh to death.
Nah, he couldn't pull it off. He don't got the shoulders I got.
So please explain to me how this. I mean, you guys were wearing the same thing.
Yeah, we were close. Mine was nicer and more attractive, and I look better in it because I have a better body and a handsomer face. However, the colors were similar. We had gray coats, black tie, white shirt,
charcoal, if you will.
Yeah. But mine was a little flyer, so it was not coordinated. Sadly, I wish it had been. If I had the opportunity to coordinate, I would have went harder. Like, that's like a boring coordinate. If we're going to coordinate, like, let's really do it, or let's like compliment each other and not necessarily coordinate.
Y'all wanted Bay outfits?
Like, we should have wanted like colors that go well together, or I can have on like the Darth Vader coat, and you can put on the Luke Skywalker jacket. Like, I would have preferred a coordination rather than a twin game, but I mean, it turned out fine. The best part about it is that you could match us right up and see that there was no distraction from the coat or from the tie. You could just see quite clearly that my takes were fresher and I'm better looking. That's the good thing about wearing the same uniform.
I would not be able to focus if I was wearing the same thing as the person I was trying to argue against. I would have had to take something off. Was there any discussion of one of us has to go home and change?
No, I mean, obviously we know who would be the changer if it had to happen. But I was not, I mean, I didn't care because if I felt that he was upstaging me, like if I thought he was wearing it better, then I'd be like, look here, Will, you got to take off the tie. You got to go coatless. You're going to have to go home and get a new something. But I felt that it was a pro for me because it forced people to appreciate how much flyer than him I am.
Well, I mean, you've made an admission here, though, that it's even possible that he could upstage you, which is not something I was expecting.
Oh, no. I did not believe that it was possible. I'm just saying, for someone who could have potentially been upstaged, I would understand a forced wardrobe change. But I wouldn't force Will to do that because he was making me look good. It was like, and we did the 2-box for a lot of it.
It was a whole lot of
it was just like, right there, me and him, who wore it better? Your boy.
Dominique Foxworth in studio with us here on the Dan Le Batard Show with Stu Gatz. Clinton Yates filling in here. By the by, 30 for 30 podcasts have returned. These are stories you just have to hear to believe. Subscribe right now in the Listen tab of the ESPN app or Apple Podcasts. It's presented by Mini. How was your Xmas Day? I know you got your Kwanzaa celebrations. I saw you come in your dashiki. See, what y'all don't know is that Dominique's off-camera gear is very Afrocentric on a regular basis. He came in here in full dashiki and the kufi, and we have lit the Kwanzaa candles right here in the studios of The Undefeated.
Umoja, my brother.
I'm just going to let that lie awkwardly. What'd you do for Christmas?
Yeah, just family stuff. So I got 3 kids, very young. The oldest is 7. She just turned 7 this month. So it's a lot of Santa fun, and it's crazy, and I am exhausted. And So coming to work the day after Christmas
Yeah.
is a downer for most people.
Right. Not for your boy.
Nice to come in here and get a little peace. You
were
know?
here a little early.
It is. Yeah, I was here at 7:00 to do the little research and do the first take call at 7:30. And I have to admit, when I sat down and it was just quiet, I was tired. I wish I could have been sleeping, but just enjoying this peaceful, empty office is pretty nice. It was a little sad when I realized other people would be here.
Do you stress a
back on.
Black Santa situation in your lifestyle? Do y'all take pictures with the Santas, and do you?
No, we go to PG Plaza for
Y'all
our
go
Santa
to
pictures.
PG Plaza? This is what I was going to
Absolutely.
ask you.
Yeah. We go to PG Plaza. Last Tuesday, we went to PG Plaza for our Santa pictures. It's not like egregious. My son actually told my mom, he's 5, they went to PG Plaza Santa, and my son told his mother, my wife, that's not the real Santa. The real Santa's white.
Whoa!
And
where's the white guy sounder when we need it?
I know. I was shocked because my children are quite Afrocentric. So later in the day, my daughter goes to Sunday school, so they had to make like Jesus pictures for to celebrate the birthday or whatever. And so she made like Jesus, and Jesus was black, and she gave it to her little brother, and he said, "Mom, you know Jesus is brown. Just adults want kids to think he's white." So I would have been upset with the Santa mishap if he didn't come strong. He's like, y'all can have Santa.
We got Jesus. For Jesus! Shout out to Ray Lewis.
2 knees, emoji.
I'm just telling you, though, my Kwanzaa celebrations are going to be big tonight.
What, how many candles you got lit? I mean,
One.
Just one?
Bama, it's the first day.
I mean, I know it's the first
No,
day.
you don't know it's the
I
first
do know
day.
it's the first day. I mean, I'm the one with the kufi and dashiki on right now. I know it's the first day. But I like to do it opposite. I'm a little counterculture, so I like to light all my candles on the first day, and then I blow them out.
One by one?
Yeah, I blow them out day by day because that seems to make more sense, because at the end, you want all your fires out. You go the opposite way, and then your house burned down. Emoji, my brother.
I'm telling y'all, Kwanzaa is the most lit, literally and figuratively.
Catch more of the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats, 10 to 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPNU.
You know, Dominique and I host a show with one Mina Kimes. It's called The Morning Roast, Sundays, 9 a.m. to noon on ESPN Radio. Are you excited about it, Dominique? We're back this New Year's Eve.
I know. It's our first show back since last season. I thought last season was great.
I thought last season was good. You know what I did yesterday? I actually listened to a show.
Oh, did you?
I watched the film. I watched the film.
So you got some tips for me? You want to coach me up? Because I did not watch the film.
It was, this is going to sound weird. It was better than I thought it was. It was better than I remembered in some ways. When I loved it, and I was like, oh, dang.
I think I'm going to have a different reaction because I remember it like it was fantastic. So I'm going to listen and be like, ooh.
It was a better show than I remembered. But also, let's be honest with things unchanged a little bit for everybody.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
You mean it's big time, official big time now.
You beat me to the punch where I was about to put you on Front Street as being officially big time. But I'm fine. Since Mina's not here, we can gang up on her for blowing up for us because she actually is the one who big timed us. She's big timing us.
I mean, we don't got to get into that.
Okay.
But we can. Let's just say there's going to be a little bit more of me and Dominique to begin the programs.
Yep.
Which means there's going to be a little bit of a man show hour.
Oh, no. That is not the name. We discussed the name off air. If you're not ready to share the name,
I'm ready to share the name.
The first hour of the show, Mina Kimes will not be there, and we're calling it CP Time with Clinton and Fox. Don't be late.
Don't be late is the key to that.
That's the slogan for the show. CP Time.
CP Time.
Don't be late.
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, it should be a good show.
So, but I mean, look, so the Morning Roast is coming back.
Since we did the Morning Roast, you've kind of blown up. So you all over, round the horn.
Trying.
You're doing, OTL on
streets.
Fridays. Like you're doing before when we first did the show, it was like all of us were a little less, getting a little less attention than we get now. So it's going to be interesting to try to put us back together.
I know.
It's going to be a power struggle.
But ain't going to be no power.
It's a power struggle.
Oh, it's officially a power. You've determined?
It's officially going to be a power struggle. It's going to play itself out on air every Sunday.
That's why it's going to be good.
Yeah.
9 to noon. Stugats is going to be on beforehand.
Oh yeah, we gotta force him in for some crosstalk so we can hang up on him.
What are you looking forward to most this season on the Morning Roast?
Are
we gonna bring back top 5? Are we gonna bring back the old bits, or are we gonna start new bits?
Both. Yeah, we can't pick. We got to bring back top 5. Top 5 is a fun bit, but no one ever wants to do it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but we got to keep. We're not going to big time each other. Everyone has to still do their turn at top 5. Top 5 is where we pick random topics, and not random topics, but they're only tied to something
pretty random
in the week.
Topics.
Yeah, but we try our best to tag it to something that happened during the week, and we rank things. It was all started from a story that Mina hates that we retell. So
that's true, from Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we'll retell it anyway. She left an important side off of her top 5 Thanksgiving sides, and she got a lot of attention, negative, on Twitter. So now we do top 5 for everything. And we all get a lot of attention, negative.
CP time, showing up. Morning Roast, coming back. But you know what that means as well, Dominique? You know what starts the day after the first show?
I don't.
The Bachelor.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know, we are the Bachelor show of record at the Morning Roast on ESPN Radio. Discuss it heavily. Dominique is the biggest fan of us all.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Tries to act like he doesn't like it, but knows he does.
I was about to say that I can't stand the show, but that's not fair because I've never seen the show. I just don't get into it.
Have you seen the ads? Like, have you seen the lineup?
Is there? I know last year was important because it was like the first
sister
black bachelor or bachelorette. So this year is the Bachelor. This time it's the Bachelorette.
Yes, and it's still a white dude.
It's not the Bachelorette, it's the Bachelor.
No, it's the Bachelor.
Okay, that's exciting.
All right, let's switch gears. Let's talk about some actual football. Josh Rosen, you know a lot about him. He's a UCLA guy. Apparently he's not playing in the bowl game today.
Good.
Good. Why do you say that?
I mean, don't play in the bowl game for what? For who?
How do you feel about this in general? Because, this is the new bit. Guys saying, I'm not going to play in a bowl game because I got a chance to go pro. When you were in that position, coming out of Maryland, was that ever a thought that crossed your mind? And what do you think your teammates would have said? If you had been on a team where somebody chose to do that, what would you have thought?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it would have been different back then, but I doubt it. So I wasn't like Josh Rosen level talent, so I was not in a position to sit out any bowl games. But I certainly support anybody who has the ability to do that. And I mean, I'm on team Josh Rosen. He says interesting things. He seems to be honest. He also is honest about not wanting to go to the Browns, which I am also on board with that. When you have the type of opportunity that these players have, you can't hand over your one shot to sorry, Mike Ryan, the Cleveland Browns.
No, I mean, I get it. I guess I just wonder, as a teammate, is there any value, not value, but is there any sort of insult notion in him saying, yo, guys, I ain't going to be there for you?
I don't think so. I mean, I can't speak for their team, but you become more so than in the NFL and probably even more so than in high school, you become like family because you live together, and that's all you have.
That's what I'm saying.
And you become you understand and care about each other in a way that you don't other people. So I think that Josh might feel some guilt, but my guess is that his teammates look at him and like they know that this serves no purpose for him. But I think he also is coming off of concussion, right?
Right. Well, that's the question, is that he's apparently not allowed to play, but there's some belief that might not necessarily be the case. And I always err on the side of, obviously try to err on the side of safety when it comes to things like that. But it does bring up an interesting question, which is to what end? You know what I'm saying? At what point does some kid from Alabama say, hey, guess what, coach? Your boy's not playing in the national title game?
I would love it. Like, I would go as far back. I mean, as long as this structure exists, if we can't create some other sort of minor league, like if you have a great freshman year, sit out until you're eligible.
Chill?
Yeah, just work out, stay in shape 2 years until you're 3 years removed from high school until you're eligible. Like, there's really, I don't know how much purpose it serves to continue going out there. So I know people are going to disagree vehemently with me there, but if you're a rookie or a freshman quarterback and you ball out and everyone's like, oh, he's Andrew Luck level, like, what are you doing? Unless you're out there, unless you think you need to improve in some way, I don't understand why you would go 19 years with this great gift and then you would risk it when there's no need.
Dominique Foxworth joins us here on the Dan Le Batard Show with Stu Gatz on ESPN Radio. You watching any basketball yesterday?
I did, yeah. I watched a good amount of basketball. So, I mean, I watched the second half of the Cavs game, then I watched the Houston game. I mean, the LeBron stuff is interesting because while I think he was fouled, I am not upset that it was let go. Like,
thank you.
You agree with that?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not here for more foul calls.
Yeah, I'm not upset. I think he was fouled, and I'd be upset if I was like a Cleveland fan and if I was LeBron. But as just a semi-objective observer, like I was okay with how that turned out. I would be pissed if I was LeBron, but that's what happened. And KD, to his credit, had 2 great defensive plays before those 2 kind of foul plays.
There was a build-up factor.
Yeah, there was a lot there in that game. I don't know. On first take, we had to debate on whether Will took the absurd position that Kevin Durant is going to surpass LeBron as the best player in the NBA, which like I think they are in the same conversation, but let's
pump the brakes.
I mean, LeBron's having one of the best seasons of his career. This is not the best. This is not the time. Like, my brother
is Kwanzaa
emoji.
So
I can't name another one, by the way.
Kucha Chakalia? You don't know that, Johnny?
You made that up.
No, I made that up.
You said Kucha Chakalia?
No, I don't know how to say it exactly right. But
okay.
I can read it to you.
Okay. Well, whatever you said was wrong. That's what I know.
Kuji Chakalia. That's the
okay. My bad.
Your boy knows.
Kucha Chakalia.
No, we can't.
That's how you said it the first time. You tried.
Kucha Chakalia.
Now you cleaning it up.
I'm cleaning it up because
this is
recorded. No,
this is recorded.
I know that. It's also broadcasted.
The first time you said it, everyone heard it, and
what
we
I'm
could play it back.
That if you knew what I was saying, you would have recognized
That's
how
fair.
I was saying.
I did not know it.
What's it? Your boys' strategy is.
Oh yeah,
you knew what I was saying. Therefore, I've said it correctly.
Fabian Washington, I played with him in the NFL. We worked out together. He's from Florida, so he does not say words in the King's English, and people used to correct him, and he would say, "If you can correct me, you know what I'm saying," which I think is a phenomenal slogan.
Exactly.
So you're right. I could not correct you.
Right.
So I do not know.
So we have to come up with something for the morning roast, which is this. You guys have your own little show now, by the way. Your own little side football show.
Oh, Mina.
Which means that we might have to incorporate something, an around the horn type element, which is that when I've decided there's too much football talk, we can shut things down and simply refer people to the podcast.
Sure. I think that we should make a drop of Kucha Chakalia. And whenever
there's too much football talk, that's when I say that.
Yeah, and then we can refer them to the podcast afterwards. You can have the button so you can press it.
How long does the podcast go? All through football season?
Yeah. It's all the way through the Super Bowl, I believe. So you can get Mina and I. The podcast is called The Nickel Package. Mina and I do Thursdays, which I dubbed Minority Thursdays.
Minority Thursdays, right?
Because
all things black.
Yeah, they're 5.
Or non-white, rather.
They're 5 hosts. Each have a different day, and Mina is the only female, the only Asian. I'm the only black, so we put minorities on Thursday.
Dang, they just stuck y'all together just like that.
It's the best show, by the way.
Clearly.
Like without question. It's not just because I'm biased.
This is not a Stugatian bit. You're actually saying
the fans know.
The fans know.
Listen to them. The numbers prove it. I don't know what the numbers actually say, but I'm gonna guess that Thursdays is the most listened to.
You want more of the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats? Tune in starting at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPNU.
Bowl season continues today on ESPN. The Cactus Bowl coverage begins at 8 p.m. on ESPN Radio, ESPNRadio.com, and the ESPN app. For more, tune in to Sports Center all throughout the day. You know notice something a little different than that last read, Dominique?
I didn't.
The Cactus Bowl update.
What's up with the Cactus Bowl?
I've been saying all day, Cactus Bowl, number one. Number two, that Josh Rosen was going to play in that game.
Oh.
But it turns out he's not going to play in that game. And there might have been some behind-the-scenes discussion about whether or not he was going to play in that game. But as it turns out, he isn't.
The fact that you bring it up leads me to believe that you said he wasn't, and whoever wrote the copy, the producer, said he was.
I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus.
Okay.
But there is a reason why people thought he was going to not play in this game is because of this speech from him a couple days ago. Let's hear it.
Maybe I like my team more than some other guys. I think it's unfair with like the Christian McCaffreys and Leonard Fournettes and stuff, and maybe with Derwin and some guys because they play really physical positions, and they're not for them, it's not an issue of if they're getting hurt. It's an issue of how severe, because most of those guys get banged up to some extent every single game. Quarterback's unique. We'll take a few licks here and there, but nothing like the beating those guys take. And a lot of them have to. A lot of people bash them, but some of them have to realize that some of these guys have families. Some of these guys have kids. Some of these guys really have to support the people around them, and some of them maybe have been put in unfortunate circumstances where they can't afford to be in school for another year. They might want to, and people in the media may not give them that shot, that there's a part of them that may want to be in college, that may want to play in this bowl game. But if they feel they've blocked in their future earnings to take care of their kids or take care of their kid or family, or sisters, brothers, whatever, then I think people should should really look into their story and see how football is affecting their life. So I'm in a fortunate circumstance where I play a not as physical position, it's just every single situation is unique, and I don't think you can lump them all together. I don't think you can call it a trend that people are starting to miss bowl games. I think players are just starting to realize that they have a lot of power and they don't need to be exploited when it's not to their detriment. I think people just need to kind of look more into each one of these people's stories and understand the entirety of the situation, and not just kind of lump them all together as the selfish college football player that just wants to make money.
Is Josh Rosen fake woke, Fox?
Not
going so far as to say fake woke.
I started off a little upset with Josh, but he won me over with the rest of the sound. So I mean, he's right, and not only should the fans and the media relax on it, it seems that the NFL does not care. If you look at last year's draft, your boy Deshaun Watson was the last quarterback taken in the first round. Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette,
They didn't even play,
and they went above him, and they don't even play quarterback. So I mean, it seems to be the right decision financially. It seems to be the right decision for your career. And if the only thing that you can hang on to, like, I don't even necessarily think guys should play in the playoffs or the championship. Some people make a dividing line between that and the irrelevant bowls, but certainly the bowls are irrelevant. Like,
right.
Who cares?
The bowls have never mattered.
You could lose money, like actual money.
Yeah, no,
like real life money. And his point about some guys' financial situations and family, that's a good point, but I don't think that even necessarily matters. It's like for everybody, it's your career. And it's like, you want to start your career off on a good foot, or you want to start off on a bad foot.
Let's thank the guests right quick before we get to these poll questions. Tim Legler came on and talked about the NBA. Josina Anderson came on and talked about the NFL. We got some Kwanzaa talk in there too, by the way, Dominic. That's where we really got the ball rolling.
Oh, okay,
gotcha. They got the thing apparently in the break room at ESPN Radio. So.
Oh yeah, you got the ball rolling with legs.
Let's go to the polls. Mikey C, can you tell us first poll and the results, please?
I can't, but Dan Z sure can tell you.
Okay, Dan Z, can you do this, please?
I'm a little offended I wasn't asked in the first place. So.
Oh, my God. Maybe I should ask Josh Rosen. Can we get to the
You open this segment by throwing me under the bus.
I wasn't even going to mention your name in this scenario.
I alley-ooped it, and he rejected the alley, and which is un-Clinton-like. So I'm impressed.
Let's get to the poll,
all right.
Please.
So, as you know, Dominique Foxworth and Will Kane wore almost the exact same outfit today. So we asked, who should have to change his clothes? 20% said Foxworth, 36% said Kane, 44% said no one.
Okay, so it's a double Spider-Man situation in that scenario.
Which is more likely to happen on New Year's Eve with reference to Mariah Carey? 21% said she will be great, 79% said she will be terrible.
Oh, the slander against Mariah is unfair.
I mean,
Fox, she has given us gems
unfair.
and bangers since middle school for
the
years.
She was slurred her words.
What's the next one?
Last one was, are you buying Draymond Green's "I wasn't trying to troll LeBron" explanation about the Arthur shoes he wore yesterday? 8% right. said yes, all truth. 92% said nope, he's lying.
Tell Draymond to stop voting on our polls, because he is responsible for the entire 8%.
The Morning Roast, Clinton Yates, Dominic Foxworth, Mina Kimes. It returns on New Year's Eve. I'm very, very excited about this.
As you should be.
My mom is really excited about it too.
Oh yeah, your mom. I appreciate how
I
she
went to dinner
texts
with
you.
Mom last night.
Oh yeah, she texts you through. Is she listening now? Because I feel like
she's listening right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out, Mama Yates.
She was chilling. We went and had some dinner. We went and got a reservation. They were a little slow.
Oh.
They had the reservation, but they had a lot of people. Got a little overrun. She's not a big fan of that.
Okay, I was about to say, like, I could guess. Like,
that's really
I've been out to dinner with my mom before, and she don't play. Don't sit her near the kitchen.
Right.
Don't sit her near the bathroom. If she got a reservation, you must sit us immediately. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that experience.
Thank you. I'm glad you know. I want to thank everybody who tuned in to the Dan Le Batard Show. Look, I'm going to be here all week, y'all. Deal with it. Your boy's a radio professional. Been so for a decade.
Brata!
Your little Twitter rants are hot garbage. Oh. Passing them out for free, y'all. Coming correct to the dimensions. For free, you'll get a block.
You can listen to the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats 10 to 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio, and you can watch on ESPNU.